back at Loch of Blair's. It's quite a cool grey morning. I'm out kind of early, hoping to avoid people, obviously. I didn't find out until last night that I was going to be able to walk today. And my initial response was, oh great, go for my last long walk before the challenge. And we planned an 18k route. Went to bed, and this morning I got up and thought, no, that would be silly, wouldn't achieve anything. If anything, it risks injury. Far better to do a more average route, somewhere between 10 and 15 kilometres probably, and try to maintain challenge pace, which is about 4k an hour would be a good pace. I have a terribly bad habit of walking around 5.5, 6k an hour, so I'll try very hard not to. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll tell you more about the challenge later. Great Outdoors Challenge, originally known as the Ultimate Challenge, devised by Hamish Brown and Roger Smith about 40 odd years ago, became the Great Outdoors Challenge, TGO, the challenge. It's an annual non-competitive event. You have to apply for a place. Often there's a draw. There are 14 start points on the west coast. You plot your own route, and there's a team of vetters. When you submit your route, one of them will check it. They'll make sure you're safe, that you're aware of any dangers, precipitous cliffs, rivers that are difficult when in spate. They'll tell you of any tea shops or any other interesting features that might enhance your experience, because what they want is for you to have a safe and enjoyable challenge. It's a Marmite event. You either love it or hate it. If you love it, it can become an addiction. And perhaps I should have opened this with, hello, my name is Louise, and I am a challenge addict. It's great fun. You can make it as solitary or as sociable as you like. It turns out I'm quite a sociable creature. So that's mainly what my walking is about. I do like to walk to see the nature, to see the views. But I like to keep fit. This year I haven't maintained my fitness as well as I would have liked. But I have crossed Scotland in a far worse state. So I am hopeful it'll be fine. There'll still be lots to see. I've got a full 15 days. I've taken advantage of being able to start on a Thursday. One of the changes since COVID, there's an extra start at the beginning. So I can start on the Thursday, which means I can take a little bit off each day to make up that 15th day, and therefore have 15 shorter days. Perfect. Should be good. The sorrel has decided that this tree is a good place. Big old tree. So, I was intending to go up and have a look and see if they've reinstated the bridge over the Alderburn, but I can hear chainsaws in that general direction, so there's probably forestry work going on, and rather than go all that way and have to come back, I've decided to turn back now, which is fine. So the challenge, I told you that there's 14 start points. I could list them. I'll try and remember to just put them across the screen. It'll be easier. You've plotted your route. You have to make your way to the east coast of Scotland on foot, and you can finish wherever you like between Fraserburgh and Arbroath. The furthest north I've finished is Stonehaven. This will be my third finish at Stonehaven. I've finished at Montrose several times and Kinniber Links several times. That might have something to do with cake. And St Cyrus was my first finish, because it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's quite a nice little direct route, on the trade route as it's called, from Braemar, Shilling of Mark, Tarfside, North Waterbridge, St Cyrus. Yeah, there's a massive cliff, and you climb down that cliff, and it's not until you've put your foot in the sea, you've finished, you're elated, you turn around and you have to climb back up that cliff. Go and catch your bus to Montrose. Or you could just walk along the beach, I think. Actually, I've not looked at that. But once my foot hits the sea, I tend to want to stop walking. My body tends to say, no Louise, you've done enough. You can go home now. And it hurts. So that tends to dictate where I finish. challenge training. Not really. Not wet enough for the challenge. Probably not even the most dangerous bridge I'll cross either. I've opted for the shorter version of this route, so I'll probably actually only notch up about 11 kilometres, which is pathetic, but actually it'll be fine. Perfect walking weather, if I'm honest. Cool, bit of a breeze, cloud cover, just the way I like it. Only seen one person and her dogs, but there's been a lot of heavy machinery action. Heard a lot of stuff going on, so that's one of the reasons I've diverted my route. But that's what the challenge is all about, being adaptable and flexible. That's what makes a challenge successful. You can adapt and change. So this time next week be day 2. Walking in towards Kinlochleven, and it should be quite an easy day. So I'll see you later, and if you're doing the challenge too, maybe catch you up somewhere along the way, and if not, have a good one. Stay safe.